All right, next up on the red carpet is Jennifer Dalton. And Jennifer is the author of uh, the I just blanked on the name, the intentional entrepreneur. I'm like, what is the name of your book? The Intentional Entrepreneur. It is up on the screen right now. But Jennifer, why don't you tell people what is the book about?
The book is really written for people who are tired of not being heard, right? You want to be a noise breaker, not a noise maker, but you don't know exactly what you want to talk about. It's not. So if you're trying to build your personal brand, your reputation into your business from the beginning all the way through when you grow it to 20, 100, 1,000 people and more, you have to be intentional. Let's face it, that's hard. As entrepreneurs, you're wearing 20 hats all the time. So this book is a process to help you do that so you don't get stuck and you can bring yourself into your business.
That's actually my favorite part of your book. One of the things that Jennifer talks about is being who you are, incorporating who you are, and you have some great stories in that book. Did that come up for you? Were there ways that you, when you were writing your book, had to find pieces of yourself to put into the book?
Yeah, so even writing a book was a big journey and struggle for me. So my word is gutsy when I think of a super. And gutsy is not pretty, it's gutsy. And for me, just jumping into the deep end and writing a book meant being gutsy for myself, being gutsy for clients, I serve. And then writing a book, you have to be ready to get. So you have to be able to be ready to be told. You need to think about how you're writing that, or maybe you're not reaching your audience the right. So you have to be really gutsy about just being comfortable in who you are, taking the feedback, moving forward, and writing something worth sharing.
Love that. So now looking back on it, is there anything that you in this process wish you did differently?
I think for me, the biggest part was thinking about time management and really blocking time. And you think, I've written a book and I'm done. And there's so much that goes into it past that, getting ready to launch the book and market the book. And so, what I love about the Difference Press process is that we went through all of that together. You don't feel alone, which I think is also really important. You go through the process with all of these other amazing authors, and you get to dive in and swim through the hard questions together. So for me, I think that's probably one of the most powerful things going through the process.
Yeah, I definitely think the whole like writing alone in a cabin, I think that's overrated. Don't do that. All right, Jennifer Dalton is the author of The Intentional Entrepreneur. Sorry, I messed that up at the beginning. But I was going to say intrepid, but it's also a little intrepid when you read this book. So thank you so much for being here. Congratulations.